Your life and what you do should be two separate things. Because when you allow those things to overlap, when you allow for your work to become your life, is when you lose yourself. You can lose yourself from your 9 to 5. Do what you gotta do. Get your work done and get it done. If you're gonna work on it, work on it. If you're gonna break, then have a break. I saw this one TikTok and it said, our generation is in the mindset of sleeping and thinking at the same time. When we eat, we're thinking about what we have to do. When we're eating, we're on our phones. When we're walking, we're on our phones. When we're trying to go to sleep, we're thinking about tomorrow. When we are doing something, be purposeful. When you are having a break, have a break. Because when you don't allow yourself to have a break, you legit burn out. You legit do not turn off. And I think you need to find a time set and a boundary set when you do not do any more work, when you cut yourself off from doing your job. For me, it's a lot easier said than done because I can and I have that flexibility too. But you also need to find boundaries within your life. I'm not saying, oh, every single day, get off your computer by 9 o'clock at night. I'm saying, find a time that when you can finally shut off. Because every single day, you go and go and go, and you give every single thing that you have, no matter how much you want to stop, you continue. And I think you overlook that of yourself, and that you always drive and drive and drive until you drive into the end. And then you're like, man, I'm so burnt out. To prevent that burnout, to prevent you feeling like you do not have enough, just stop. The work is still going to be there tomorrow for you to do. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Every single thing is going to be fine. Literally in my business class, they were like, what happens if you don't make a deal? What if this doesn't get done? What if you're not able to accomplish this business goal? What if you can't make this deal? What if you can't do this? The world doesn't end. It doesn't. Your world does not end when you close your computer at the end of the day. Your world ends when you let it end. But then you realize it continues. In that small moment of a fraction that you're like, oh my gosh, my world is ending because my Google document crashed. I didn't get that deal. I didn't get that internship. The world still turns. Coming from a different perspective of a relationship. If you are in a relationship and it ends, that you feel like that's the end of the world, but it's simply just one chapter ending. But your story keeps being written. Do not allow your work to become your life, because then you're like left with nothing. If you become an unemployed, if for some reason you can't go to school anymore, if for something happens, who are you without your work? Who are you? And you don't want that to happen to yourself. Not to be like, oh, let me be prepared. Oh, let me be ready. It's called don't set yourself up for failure. Just don't. And I think when you can be the person that you want to be, the person that you want to become, life changes. And I think when you realize life isn't that deep and it's not that serious, and that you don't have to burn yourself out to be successful. Your world changes. And that, yeah, you might not be making $1 million a day, but what are you going to do with $1 million after 365 days? You're going to have $365 million, and what are you going to do with that? Save it. Keep it. The human happiness that reaches a point from the correlation of money. Realize that. A vacation comes and goes. Fast car slows down. You come back home. You return to yourself. No matter how big or how small your house is, no matter the granite countertop to the marble flooring, you are still left with you. And whether or not you can say that you're happy has no correlation to the amount of money that you have. Yes, you can have experiences. Yes, you can do this and that and this and that and be in the present and have fun. But all things must come to an end. And when those things do come to an end, what and who are you left with? A bad job that pays you well so then you can experience highs of your life for a short amount of time? Or a job that you love that you could actually do for a long term? And I ask you that coming from the perspective of literally doing school for so many years. And do not get me wrong, some aspects have taught me so many lifelong lessons. But I'm kind of tired of school, to be fully honest. I feel like my days are not my days. I feel like they are filled with obligations that I must do for the future that I have no intentions of pursuing. And I think it's been really hard working towards something that I don't even know if I want. And working my butt off for something that I feel is leading me towards the right direction, but I just don't see it yet. And I feel like I'm putting so much effort and time into creating something so beautiful to other people, but I just see as meh to me. And I think if an artist doesn't even appreciate their work, no matter how many accolades they get from other people, it's irrelevant. Because rewards, motivation, discipline, perseverance is all intrinsic, never extrinsic. You and I are the ones to motivate ourselves. And so I want to leave you with this. What are you doing for yourself? Because I can see that you run yourself ragged. So go do something for yourself. Because you don't know how much that'll mean to your future self. Food for thought.